Hi, it's Dan Forsyth here with AutomateYourGrowth.com. Today was day one of Infusioncon 2013, and I just wanted to very quickly give you a recap of some of the biggest takeaways that I had today. The first one, which I thought was, and this is really definitely a prevalent one that came out today, was follow up. How are you following up with your customers? So if someone makes a purchase from you, what does that look like for each of the different products or services that you sell? So an example of this that was used today was if someone makes a purchase of a teeth whitening product, you can buy those products online. What does the follow-up look like? Now in this case, what they did was they would actually send out an email with a video on how to properly apply the teeth whitener for the best results. How cool is that? I mean, it's something very simple. However, how often does that happen? You buy something usually, and you get it, and maybe a little instruction booklet that you need to try and figure out. Okay, it's like, all right, maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. But I thought that was really, really cool. And follow-up was really the theme of the day in a lot of respects, in that look at how you're working with your existing customers. Are they having an extraordinary experience? How do you treat them after the purchase is made? It's common, and it does happen that someone makes a purchase, and maybe you have a thank you email, and maybe there's something else. But generally what happens is you look at, okay, what's next? So maybe there's a starter product, maybe there's an intermediate product, maybe there's a more advanced product, or maybe there's whatever that looks like. The big thing is really looking at your customer experience. So I've heard of this before, and I think this is a really great idea, that depending on your type of business, be the customer. And this really came from the way that Infusionsoft looks at what new features are released in the new version of the application. And they release 4 updates a year, and they actually use the POV method, the point of view method, where they, in this case here, for this release that's coming out here mid-April, they talk to 658 existing application users, anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes, to find out what's working, but more importantly, what's not working, what challenges they're having, and what new features they would like to see added into the application. And then from there, they go through the list, see what's common, and then weed it down to something that's manageable for their development team to be able to deliver on in the in the 4 months kind of a thing. Not to mention that there's a lot of testing that needs to happen as well. So I was really, and that really got me thinking about the point of view. Do you take your customer's point of view in your processes? So one thing, and I know I've heard this before, is if you have a support system in place, so if someone has questions, do you ever test it? Do you ever be the customer, and if you have a support number, have you ever called the support to find out how long it takes to talk to someone, or basically what that experience is? If it's if you're using a system, so like Zendesk or FuseDesk or whatever system you're using, some kind of an automated system, how quickly are you getting a response back from the support person, and what does that response look like? So I challenge you to be the customer. What experience are you having by going through and making a purchase? What does that look like? Is there things that you might be like, I wish I would have had this happen? Well, the cool thing is that you can change that. So I truly encourage you to take the point of view of your customer, and have the experience that they are going to have, and make it an extraordinary experience. When you do that, that will hopefully lead to more referral through friends or family of the customer, and which will then just allow you to work with more and more people. So that was a big thing that came out of today, and not to mention the fact that through a few case studies, there was 2 of them that talked about it today. They had revenue increases that were astronomical. One in particular went from $200,000 a year to $2 million a year, and they really looked at the the life cycle marketing, or formerly known as perfect customer life cycle, and just being very clear on what happens in each of the steps. And that was the big thing. That was a big thing for me that I really took out of today, was really focusing on the follow-up and being very clear, taking the point of view of your customer and seeing if they really truly are having an extraordinary experience. So I would like to share that with you, and encourage you to be your customer, have the experience, and just see where maybe you can make some improvements, or maybe you're doing it right, which is great. So I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Thanks so much. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to email me at dan@automateyourgrowth.com. All right, take care. Bye.